There's one thing that hasn't changed in the last 19 months, and that is that the American people and the people in New Hampshire know that this country is on the wrong track. We have the highest unemployment rate in the last 5 years. Home values have plummeted. We have record foreclosures. It's harder to save. It's harder to retire. The good news is that in 53 days, the name George W. Bush won't be on the ballot. Make no mistake, George Bush's policies will be on the ballot.
Last Friday, Democratic presidential nominee Senator Barack Obama made an appearance in Dover to talk about his economic plan. The tide was on the scene. Senator Obama's campaign appearance brought out a diverse array of supporters.
He was in Rochester when Obama was there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Everybody in his crew met him except him. He saw him when he was in the bus on the way out.
Senator Obama began his speech by criticizing the economic policy of President Bush and by linking Bush's economic policy with that of Senator McCain's.
A few weeks ago, John McCain said that the economy was making great progress under George Bush, that it was fundamentally sound, and that, in fact, we were better off as a consequence of the Bush presidency. And here's the thing, I think John McCain actually believes it. John McCain lately has been out talking about how he's the original American, and how he's going to tell the lobbyists that they don't run Washington anymore. Here's the only problem. His campaign is run by some of the biggest lobbyists in Washington. Who's he going to tell? His campaign manager? His campaign chairman? That's not changed. We can't afford 4 more years of what George Bush and John McCain consider progress.
Senator Obama outlined his tax plan and set the record straight on lies perpetuated by the campaign of Senator John McCain, which continues to claim that Senator Obama will raise taxes if he is elected.
Under the Obama-Biden plan, we will cut taxes for 95% of working Americans. 95% we give a $500 tax cut per worker, $1,000 per family, right on the top. We are also going to ease the burden on homeowners who are struggling right now by giving them an additional homeowners credit that will be worth up to $500. Since small businesses provide 80% of the new jobs in our economy, I'm going to eliminate the capital gains taxes for small businesses and startups. That's going to help create the high-tech, high-wage jobs of tomorrow. We're going to help them afford health insurance for their employees. That's how America's going to. We need a tax code that creates American jobs. So, just this week, we learned that if an American company creates jobs in the United States, they pay more than twice as much in taxes than if that same company creates jobs in China. Think about that. There is a tax incentive to ship jobs overseas. You pay more than twice as much to create jobs in Dover as you do in Shanghai. Bring them home! Makes no sense. So we're providing tax cuts to middle-class families and small businesses to pay for these tax cuts, because I know a lot of people are concerned about the deficit, concerned about our national debt. We want to be responsible, not pile up a mountain of debt for our children and our grandchildren. I will stand up to the special interests. We are going to close the carve-outs, the corporate loopholes, the offshore tax havens. And yes, I'm going to ask that the wealthiest among us roll back the Bush tax cuts that were given to them that they didn't need and weren't even asking for. So it's time for folks like me who make more than $250,000 a year to pay a little bit more so that people like Kevin and Kirsten, who are struggling to get by, get a little bit of relief. I just want to make this absolutely clear. My plan altogether is a net tax cut. My plan will cut taxes to a smaller share of the economy than they were under President Reagan. Under my plan, income taxes for typical American families will be the lowest that they've been in more than half a century.
In the weeks since the speech, Lehman Brothers, an investment bank, filed for liquidation. Brokerage firm Merrill Lynch was sold for $50 billion. The insurer American International Group was bailed out with an $85 billion loan. As of press time, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was down 700 points from Monday. Meanwhile, the presidential race grinds on, and with less than 2 months to go. For The Tide, this is Sarah Paltrineri. We leave you with this.
Which is, change doesn't come from Washington, it comes to Washington. It comes because ordinary people all across America stand up and say, we want something different, we want to take this country in a direction